Mic check 1, 2, and 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's Law Nation. Let's continue to grind and shine. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all being part of this episode. Really do. Shout out to you, Wiggle Bell. I see you in the house. Let's go. Knocks life, right? Put down where you guys are from. We the only team that can do this, right? We the only nation that can do this, right? We got people from Guam, Canada, Nevada, Mexico, internationally, right? Yeah. Come on. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to Oak Cliff. Shout out to Shakara, Richardson. Yeah. Kane, I see you. Eddie, what's good? Keeping it steady, huh? Come on. Let's go. Pull your drinks up, baby. Let's go. Hey. All right. The name is Law Nation. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in on this glorious day. As we jump in, the phone line for you to jump in, to spit your mind, to speak your heart, soul, and sinew is right at the top. So you can just call that number and you can participate in this particular episode once I get my talking points out the way. So if you want to jump in, it's 657-390-7391 for We Are the One. So that's the phone line for your mind. And just give me a chime and we jump right on in with the conversation. Especially if you have anything that you want to disagree with me about, or if you want to have just a open conversation about this team in general, whether it's positive, negative, whether it's be something that you would say to yourself and say, man, the Cowboys are who they are, you know. So it goes that way, and really appreciate each and every last one of you all for being part of this episode. So as you look at the title and it says 7 storylines that we have to pretty much put into the fabrications of our thoughts, right? Put into the hearts and soul and sinews of our mind. And that storyline, as I'm still setting up, believe it or not, let me see if I can refresh this part. Okay, that's what's the issue. Okay, give me 1 second here while I do this. And I'm building a plane while it's in the air, as everyone already know. That's just how law rolls, right? We got to build a plane while it's in the air. Shout out to Omar on Twitter. You know, he got some good stuff. I will be sharing some of his information today. And shout out to those who hit me up on the DMs on the Instagram as well as the other platforms. I really appreciate you guys. The growth, the reach is crazy. It's just silly. Here's another situation that I want people to know. Storyline. Here's one storyline for everyone. You know, there was in the biblical days, there was a certain ruler. He was rich and he was wealthy beyond his means, right? And he saw the Messiah and he wanted to be a part of it. He wanted to be in the same wheelhouse or in the same growth or in the same area. And he ran to the Messiah and he asked, hey, what do I need to do in order to be with you or in order to do the things that you are doing? And he said, hey, drop all what you're doing and sell your goods or give it away, basically. I'm just paraphrasing. That rich ruler thought about it, and he sat there and thought, and he said, you know what? I love my Lambos. Let me just continue to ride my Lambos. I love my girls. You know, sometimes in life, when we sit there and look at the collective, the bigger picture, the sacrifices, when you look at storylines of the greatest athletes of all, when they're doing their due diligence, when they're in the off season, you don't hear much about it. You don't see much about it. You know, success happens in private, failure in full view. You know, you learn more from your failure, of course, but at some point of time, you have to be this person that established discipline. And one of the things that the Dallas Cowboys do is they don't establish the discipline part of it. Meaning that you got to be discreet. You can't tell everybody what you're doing. Don't let the opposition or the opposing team know what you're doing. Now, my thing is, looking and heading into the 2021 season, of course, the NFL at its totality, at a total, last season took a devastating drop as it relates to ratings. And the Dallas Cowboys, regardless of whether or not you love them, hate them, or whether or not, let me see if I got that thing, whether or not you love them, hate them, you pretty much going to watch them, basically. When you see them, you know, that's what they're saying over here. It's hard to look away. That's why you got people like Eastside Harold, who's a Texans fan, who jump on every single Dallas Cowboys live feed. And we got plethora of other guys that do the exact same thing, that they jump on every single feed that the Dallas Cowboys talk about. And that is crazy because they just love to hate them or they want to see them. They want to be a part of something that they're not in. So it goes to show you that if you multiply Eastside Harold times 1,000,000, you got tons and tons of people who just wanting, waiting, looking to be a part of something that they're not. But it's such a situation whereas the Dallas Cowboys global view or the Dallas Cowboys view per se is such a strong reach that everybody want to be a part of it. And Jerry is just like that rich young ruler. He knows what it takes in order to win it. He knows what it takes to get to paradise or to the heavens. But he said, man, my Lambo, I need the Lambo. Oh, I need the whip. I need the $7 billion playpen. You know, I need to be the richest organization known to man. And newsflash, we as fans, we got to be in that middle row. Because on one end, it's the Dallas Cowboys, the team that we love. We don't like this team. And then on the other end, the opposing view of things, this is a team that we're looking at it like, come on, we want to see some results. Remember, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. So when we look at everything, we'll say to ourselves, oh, man, come on. Why? As it relates to like the team structure in itself, we can talk about the 7 storylines. Number 1, Dak Prescott. That will be the storyline for your mind. Echoed throughout the entirety of this universe. Will he be back? Can he step it up? Can Dak Prescott be the one, right? And that would be something that will be sent out to everyone. Let me fix this right quick. Let me put this up here so that everybody can see our beautiful comments. There we go. Shout out to you, Joes. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that's jumping in. Lee, what's good with you, man? All right, so one of the league's overriding storylines will be the return of Dak Prescott. Of course, he came from his gruesome angle. His ankle. It was just like the angle of it. We was like, oh my gosh, can they not show this on national TV? But we know that process itself and alone is always alarming, right? That process by itself in its total capacity, you would say, man, can this guy snap back? So we know how the storyline would go with the Dak Prescott. All right, the second storyline is Ezekiel Elliott, 3-time Pro Bowl tailback, right? And hey, everybody know that he entered into his $90 million contract. There's some that saying that, hey, he's number 1 running back still. There's some that said that he's number 6 or number 7 running back. Remember what I said earlier. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. So Ezekiel Elliott, there will be still a storyline. Polarizing character there, right? So people going to want to know whether or not the Dallas Cowboys did the right thing and the just thing by signing this guy to that deal. And I believe his contract still is the longest contract on this team, Ezekiel Elliott. So people will be looking to see whether or not Ezekiel Elliott would be that guy. All right, so number 3, storyline, CeeDee Lamb. This is all from USA Today. They did a wonderful piece on this storyline. But the number 3 storyline will be, has CeeDee Lamb arrived? We know, for one, I can tell you guys, last season, if Dak Prescott and the front 5, the offensive line, if they were healthy for the entire 16 weeks last season, this guy would have been Rookie of the Year. 74 catches, 935 yards last season is nothing to sneeze at, especially knowing that you had Garrett Gilbert, Ben DiNucci, and Andy Dalton trying to throw you the ball. So we'll see how that second year falls and flows with him. How this defense going to look is the 4th storyline. How this defense is going to look. Shout out to you, D-Shift. Appreciate you. How this defense will look, it will be a situation. We gave up a franchise record of 473 points last season. Let me repeat. We gave up a franchise record, 473 points. We dropped drastically as relates to the defense, trying to do something different, trying to figure out how to get from Arlington to Frisco another way. And they went the longest route possible, right? If you're from this area, they jumped on 20 and they went all the way through Louisiana and turned around and went back up to get to Frisco. It's crazy. So we will find out, will the amplifications or will the mindset of Quinn, will he come in and say, okay, I'm going to take over the defense. We're not going to try to change out too many things. And we're going to go back to what we've been doing best. And although I haven't been here, I can tell you I can pick up some notes from Chris Richard or what have you because he was here. I'm quite sure that will be the game plan to get some of these guys back to normalcy. And then on top of that, to implement his philosophy and his thoughts. All right, so number 5 storyline. And let me see if I can do this for you guys. Let me see if I can. Let me hook it up for you guys. Let me see if we can do it like this. Yeah, we do it like this. Come on. Number 5, so everybody can see. Ambitious itinerary. I'm paraphrasing this one right here. But you guys can understand this right here, right quick, Cowboy Nation. It's already enough when you're doing the Hall of Fame game. It's already enough. The Hall of Fame game itself is already enough because you're talking about splitting up your schedule. I think that when I go out there to Oxnard, it's already a split process of them leaving and going to Canton. I think it's in Canton, Ohio. Yeah, they going to Ohio. Yeah, Canton, Ohio. They going to Canton, Ohio. That's at least 3 to 4 days of no practice, no training, but they're preparating to play for a game. That they're going to play one more game, the Dallas Cowboys and the Steelers, than any other team in the National Football League. One more game. One more less day of practice, one more less day of preparation, one more flying in the air. And the Super Bowl winning team, the Buccaneers, they're focusing on trying to get back to those good graces. The Chiefs quietly focusing on trying to get back to those graces. If we thinking that the Buccaneers and the Chiefs would be the same that they were last season as it relates to a diminishing rates of return, you're foolish. They're hungry, and their focal point is, okay, the Chiefs looking at it like we made it to the Super Bowl. We didn't have an offensive line. How can we correct that? And how can we get back to the graces of getting back to the Super Bowl to prove everybody that with a healthy offensive line, we can win it? The Buccaneers are looking at it like, hey, we won the Super Bowl. Let's see what we can do to get back to the graces. The strangest thing that all offseason, more and more people talked about our Dallas Cowboys than both of the teams that were just in the Super Bowl. Let that sink in. Now, from a marketing aspect, who are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? What to do in Tampa Bay? Of course, I understand. It's Florida and all of these things. But the hot spot is still Miami, right? But neither here nor there. The Kansas City Chiefs, they can't hold a candle to the Dallas Cowboys as it relates to marketing. But from a focal standpoint, from a coaching philosophy, they got their troops in order. One can say the same for the Buccaneers. So by being a split schedule, being a team that's going on this journey, is going on this pathway of visiting all of these states, basically, like on tour, like going on tour. Where you gonna create some more music? No, you go on tour to make some money, right? You go into the lab, you go into the studios to create more music. Normally, as you guys see, like the Versus Challenge. Shout out to Keith Sweat versus Bobby Brown. I think both of those guys did a wonderful job. But we see the money grab in it, right? They play some of the old songs that hit you in a different way. And you say, man, you know what? I'm going to go buy that Keith Sweat album. Keith Sweat's still in shape over there, man. He look good for his age. Man, what happened to Bobby Brown? But you give Bobby Brown the benefit of the doubt. All of the things that he went through, let's just give him a benefit of the doubt. Shout out to Bobby Brown. But you guys can see, if Keith Sweat announced that he's going on tour, meaning that he's not making new music, he's just regurgitating what he already done. I digress. All right, so the sixth storyline for your mind would be this one right here. The August surprise. And basically, I'm paraphrasing, and I will shoot you guys the link of all of this. And shout out to everybody that's watching. The unexpectations or the unexpected, basically. Every year there's a veteran guy that comes on the team and you say, hey, I never knew his storyline. Of course, they mentioned Richard Sherman. It could be Geno Atkins. Who knows who will be that veteran guy that they'll bring in. They'll do a story piece on it. And that's just how that goes. And then, of course, number 7 will be Jerry Wayne World. We know people got to pay their bills. And last season, the number one news and the number one storyline was, hey, we operated at half of capacity. And on top of that, we generated the most revenue as relates to eyeballs watching the game during the regular season. I'm quite sure Jerry does a wonderful job, a hell of a job at that, at doing it, that way of being out there and being that person to be the forerunner of marketing and all of those things. Shout out to everybody that's watching, man. That was the 7th storyline. Terrence, what's good? Brady knows how to get back there. This is from Terrence Shorts. Yeah. if he knows exactly how to get back there. Let's see. Aztec says, yeah, you going to the Cowboys/Ram practice? Yeah, I'll be there on August the 7th. Yeah, I'll be there if Lord willing. Jerry, the California-born Jones. Yeah, he's born in California. I believe he's born somewhere close to Oxnard, I believe. And one can argue that they might as well, the Jones family should just buy out Oxnard. Whatever the price is for Oxnard, they should just buy it. It should be Jerry land. Constantine was good, but he lost a few steps. You talking about bringing in Sherman? You will only bring in a veteran guy so that you will have a person that's available to help out the team as it relates to knowledge base, preparation base, and all of those things. Or you'll bring in somebody, and I know. There's the youth aspect of it, and then there's the older guy aspect of it. New broom versus old broom. New broom sweep the floor good, old broom can get the corners. Let me repeat. New broom sweep the floor good, old broom can get the corners. Now, at some point, we have to develop our team, and of course, at some point, we have to look at it and say, hey, we drafted players for a quote-unquote reason. So we had to figure those parts out. Shout out to Omar. He put this out, and I have to share this with everybody. In 2001, that's when they first kicked off the HBO series. The Ravens went 10-6 in 2001 and 12-4 respectfully the previous year. And in 2002. And I'm going to give you guys the context after I get to the next screen here. In 2002, shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. Ratings went out the roof when they brought in the Dallas Cowboys in 2002 on the HBO Hard Knocks. The Cowboys went 5-11 in 2002. The previous year, they was 5-11. We talked about many of years, the 8-8, 8-8. I believe we went 3 straight years of 5-11, 5-11, 5-11. That was the Dave Campo years, right? Y'all let me know. And then in 2007, the Kansas City Chiefs. 2007, they was 4-12 when they did the Hard Knocks or what have you. And then the previous, what have you, in 2006, they were 9-7. So, and then in 2008, the Dallas Cowboys 9-7, and then the following year 13-3. So the 2008 situation and scenario, from 13-3 to 9-7, one can argue and say, hey, the distractions there could cause the less wins, but those 2 years from 2007 to 2008, we know what happened, right? Oh my goodness, wholesale changes, a whole bunch of other things that went around. And then 2009, of course, in 2008, 4-11-1, and then the Bengals went 10-6. Appreciate everybody for sitting here watching. And then the Jets in 2010, they went from 4-11-1 in 2008, and then they squeezed around in 2009, 10-6. And then what we had to do from here was in 2011, there was no season, and then in 2012 they went 7-9, and then on top of that, they were with that being said, in 2012 they went 7-9, and then 6-10. I'm sorry, I had some people to come in. All right, so in 2013, I'm fumbling all over here. Y'all give me a quick second, right quick. Let me do this right quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hard Knocks. There we go. Right, I'm back. Okay. Had to build a plane while it's in the air. Okay, so we got that under control now. So in 2014, 4-12 Falcons, and then of course the 6-10 Falcons. So and then of course we look at this. Pretty much this is what Omar sent. Appreciate you, Omar. Thank you so much for being part of the nation. If I ever hit millions and millions, you'll be one of the research guys. You don't have to fill out an application or anything because you already showed your work, right? Every day this guy is hitting me up and a whole bunch of people, man, that he tag on information every day on Twitter. He tag us every day. Me, Big Game James, the OC, Skywalker, Vach, Foots. He tag us all. Even Shango, he tag us all. So basically, to preference this particular situation, he was saying that basically 3 out of the 16 teams that did this Hard Knocks thing pretty much had a better record either the following year or made it to the playoff or what have you. So only 3 teams out of the 16, basically, if you guys can read that excerpt there. So, of course, 2020 Rams/Chargers is not a death sentence. That's what I saw Cowboys talk he put out there. And, of course, 2019, 4-12 Raiders, and then they went 7-9. So, of course, we can look at all of those things and say, okay, this is that, this is this. The main thing that the Dallas Cowboys got to do is stay focused. When your mind is everywhere and you're not working on your craft and you got the exposure to everything, it's harder. Don't get it twisted, right? One, when they go off to boxing training, they don't go training in a big old city where everybody can watch. When Floyd Mayweather trained for all of those years, you didn't see him training downtown Georgia, right? You didn't see him training in New York at the Madison, you know what I'm saying, the Madison Square, calling everybody, come in and watch me train. No. When you train, you go and you train by yourself. Hard Knocks will be a distraction. This is from Derek Savage. Appreciate you. Good morning to you, Mario. Appreciate you for jumping in. John Bean says love the intro. Yeah, appreciate you, John. We got the 409 that's in the house. That's the first caller of the day. 409. Speak your mind. What you got?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Nothing to it.
Not much, man. Hey, man, I just wanted to kind of talk about it, the Hard Knocks thing. Kind of sat down and had some resolve about it. Like, I mean, it's the Cowboys. We used to, like, I mean, if you think about the Super Bowl years, how many celebrities and how many distractions, per se, did they have going in?
Okay.
I mean, and you think about the Hollywood Lakers or just things of that nature. I just think if your team is made up to do it, one of the things that the stats said was that most of those teams had bad records. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why Hard Knocks choose to film bad teams. Not to say that this team was a bad team, but we know why this team had a bad record last year.
Right. We can see why the team had the bad record. Yeah, we can see that.
We going with a fresh deck this season. It's a fresh deck.
Yeah.
So when you talk about if the cameras always going to be there. It's the Cowboys. I can understand if this was the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Carolina Panthers, but this the Cowboys. They're used to the lights and the camera. So
no doubt.
The Cowboys. Like Hard Knocks or not, it's just another network. It's just that HBO is showing us, but we always got CBS, ESPN, NFL Network. I need to go on.
Go ahead, keep going.
So yeah, NFL. Fox, ABC, MTV, the Cooking Channel.
That is a brilliant point. Nevertheless, what really happened is that they do pull players to the side, and of course that's naturally, and the exposure and you know how you put it like this: you in the house by yourself, or you with a family full of people.
Nah, I'm chilling, man.
You just chilling by yourself.
I'm hanging out by myself.
By yourself, but it would be different, man, if you knew a camera was in your living room every day. It'd be different if you knew a camera was in your bedroom every day. You comfortable within your own skin, but just to know that these cameras is just plugged everywhere. You live, you walk different. You don't discuss, you don't say a certain thing a certain way.
Ezekiel Elliott blow his nose and throw his Kleenex outside the car window. What's gonna happen?
Oh yeah, it's gonna make TMZ Ezekiel Elliott the worst man in life.
The most famous piece of tissue for the summer.
Right.
And so I understand HBO is Hard Knocks, Amazon Prime, or when they did the thing, but it's either we're gonna show up. It ain't been this 25-year drought hasn't been because of the lights and cameras, because again this Cowboys team has always had the lights and cameras on them.
Yeah.
He just from the 70s, and then maybe in the 80s there was chatters of hey, until the team in the 90s came around and finally. It was just a good team that came around.
Well, let me go back to your point when you said like on the earlier parts when we were winning. I think that we had a coach that was a little bit more of a hard nose. I think that coach was able to put everything back in order. And I think that we had a lot of docile type of coaches here outside of Bill Parcells. And if you really look back at it, Bill Parcells took that team that was 5-11, 5-11, 5-11. And they appeared into pretty much 3 playoff games, 2 under the Bill Parcells watch, and they actually won one, I believe. Did they win? Did they win one?
Dominant personalities.
Yeah.
Guys they relish the camera time themselves.
Yeah.
They had a different approach about it, but Bill was always looking for the sound bite. Jimmy Johnson wasn't afraid of a microphone.
Right.
I was looking at the time when he went and guaranteed the NFC Championship for that before we went to that back-to-back against the Bills, and he went in and like Mike McCarthy does that these days. He can't do like what Jimmy did but Jimmy knew he had the team.
Right.
And I guess that was a bit of his personality, but I don't think the cameras are an issue. I just, in my wholehearted opinion, I think there's distractions, and you might have personalities who it'd be better if you don't have cameras, like Jalen Smith.
Right.
Like it'd be better if he didn't have. But I don't know if we have that many personalities. I think we're kind of weeding out those guys, the Hot Boys and Jalen Smith, and just kind of weeding out those personalities and guys who just know how to handle a camera in front of them. Just have the personality for it. Some guys can back it up, and some people can't. So,
right.
Look at you. You have a camera in front of you every day.
Mm-hmm.
If I try to talk sports with a camera on me, I'm gonna kind of be fumbling over my words. It's just some people have the personality for it, and everybody can talk Cowboys football, but if you can hold a whole conversation and engage a masses of people, so I think Dak is perfect for it. He just has that resolve, man, and he's just witty. I think he has a kind of that same personality trait that people kind of fell in love with Romo about, but I think his is just more of a more of a man, more of a man about it. He's not gonna like Romo when Romo took that loss in the playoffs and he kind of got smart with it and was like, well, if this is the worst thing that could happen to me, I must be living pretty good.
Right. That statement. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dak more or less has a different approach. I don't think Dak says something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see.
So
Let me see. Can you guys hear me? Because they said that my mic. Can you guys hear me? Mic check. Mic check. I know you can hear me pretty well, right?
yeah. No. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, because when I try to do the call in, sometimes it will distort my mic and it keep everything else good on your end. Let's see if I can do it this way. Turn my mic down just even more. Can you guys hear me better this way? It's loud and clear. Oh, my mic fine. It's just one person. Okay, good. Just refresh your audio there, or refresh your page, and maybe we can work that out. All right, so yeah, you got some good points there. The Dallas Cowboys used to the spotlight. They used to being in that situation, whereas everything is in front of them. Now, my thing is, there's a two folds to this. There's a perception, then there's a reality. And what I believe, one person, I think his name Chris Davis, he was sitting there saying that, hey, why don't the Dallas Cowboys get the benefit of the doubt? And I think that because of the overexposure, you got that biasness, meaning that from the front office or whoever it may be, the aficionados, they look at it and they obscure some of the things, because just like when Ezekiel Elliott fumbled the ball, his elbow was already in the ground, then they still call fumble, right? Or Amari Cooper,
Yep.
when they look at the small things that he would do, they say, okay, at the top of his route, it's more pass interference on the offense opposed to the defense. And we're sitting there saying, no, everybody who played football knew that, hey, at the top of the route, you got to get off into your breaking point. So normally they don't call it, but they call it on the Dallas Cowboys. So those are the hurdles that we're going to have to overcome as it relates to the biasness.
And maybe the '90s Cowboys kind of just said it. They just said the hate just over the top, and we just been the the butt of the jokes for
Right.
25 years, and that's cool.
That's good.
That's cool, and because it's to the point. You get into these chats, and you got franchises who are way worse. They don't even have no history, but they go on with the same old, the cliche remarks. Oh, they ain't done nothing in 25 years. Like, yeah, I haven't never done anything. Like, why are you sitting here talking? But that's the room.
Right.
You're gonna more or less pay attention to the Cowboys fan in the chat versus the fact that you got a Detroit Lions fan in the chat talking
Right.
stuff about 25 years,
Right.
and they've never won nothing. I was actually in a situation like that the other day, but nah, man, I feel you, and maybe hopefully this team is cut for it, but I mean I don't think it's hope. It's just the fact that I think as Cowboy fans we get a lot of delusional talk, but it's more or less, it's not really delusion, it's just us, really it's pushback,
It's pushback, yeah.
because the same way that we can kind of be accused of being delusional, we kind of push back and say we're not delusional, we just kind of line it up for us the way y'all do for other teams.
Facts.
And they don't do it. So I mean, as long as until we get an honest assessment of our team, we're going to appear to be delusional because we're always having to push back.
Man, you spitting nothing but the truth over there, man. I was telling my brother that the exact same thing, that, of course, if somebody let's say, for example, the Dallas Cowboys is an accident waiting to happen, right? If I say that, that's equivalent. You can say that about every team and be right about it, right? It's only one team that wins the Super Bowl.
Well,
and yeah,
Stephen A. started moving the goalposts because his thing was always they're never going to make it to the playoffs.
Facts.
And then once the Cowboys start contending and making it to the playoffs, then he moved the goalposts back to say, I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen. Well, but he made it a nice punchline, has made it a nice career for himself, and
right.
That's what a lot of these other analysts try to do. And I mean, more power to them, I guess. But I don't think it doesn't make you look intelligent at the end of the day. It just makes you very entertaining.
There you go.
But not a lot of fans need. We got this is an entertainment, business, and the NFL is not $1 billion industry based off of the
fact-based,
smart analytical people.
Right.
Yeah, fact-based fans. It's $1 billion industry because of the people who really don't know anything. I got family members who drop all kind of money on the Cowboys, but couldn't tell me who the offensive line is this year. So
Facts.
I mean, it is what it is, man. But I'm gonna let you go, Law. I know you got some more callers, man. I just wanted to, chop it up with you, bro.
Man, good call, man, from you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate it.
This is Sparta!
Good call, man, from the 409. And pretty much he was saying that, hey, keep the hope, Cowboy Nation, because on this aspect of it, just hear him out, is that there always been cameras with the Dallas Cowboys. This is nothing new between the Cooking Channel, HBO, MTV, BET, YouTubers, Facebook guys, and everything else. Of course, they're used to it. They are. And in this type of situation, the only draw will be is that now you're contemporaries. Yes, they see that everything is there, and then your opposition will say, "Hey, this is what the Dallas Cowboys do," and these type of tendencies. Yeah, and I believe that Jimmy Johnson would do everything and anything to watch the tendencies of a certain team, the way they align, who they like to put out there in certain formations, what they like to do in a certain situation, and he pounced on that. That's where your boy Bill Belichick got it from. He got it from old Jimmy, But it is what it is. Shout out to you, Ed. Appreciate you for jumping in. Stephen A. already predicted that the Cowboys are going to go to the playoff this season. This from Hill. Yeah. And Stephen A. is Stephen A. It's more of a, like he said, entertainment situation. But the thing is, with most Cowboy fans, they watch these shows. They watch ESPN. They watch First Take, Undisputed. They watch all of these shows, and they regurgitate it, and they share it, and they tell it to their friends. And their friends who casually watch football, they grow in love with the analysts, and they repeat the same thing. And then before you know it, when people come out here and spit the truth, nobody cares about it. They only care about the shock value. They care about a person that laugh and scoff at somebody that got injured. They don't look at the detailings of why this person smoked a certain plant, but they just like to say the person can't stay off the weed. They use those things, punching lines and these sorts, to sell tickets, to sell ratings, to sell views and these sorts. So I get it. It's just what it is. It's a money grab, and it's a horrible way to grab the money, but it's just how it goes. You cannot predict anything that gives him to be played and spread must be made. This is Choctaw. Appreciate you. You cannot predict anything. Games have to be played and spreads must be made. I have to read into the back end of that. Great for August, bad for January. This is from Chris. Yeah? Yep, it is. It is one of those things. Shout out to everybody this morning. Appreciate y'all for jumping in. The call-in number, like I said, is 657-390-7391. You call in and grab a seat and voice your opinion, voice your thoughts, voice whatever you have on your mind about the Dallas Cowboys, and we can get right to it. And we can talk about these things about the Dallas Cowboys and beyond. My thing is, most importantly, heading into this 2021 season, the storyline itself, Dak Prescott, I know that endorsement deal. You know who really jumped up for joy when HBO was announced that they're going to do the Hard Knocks? The Jordan brand. Don't you know that that's free advertisement right there? Because they're going to pan down, watch. Look, that's going to be the conversational piece. If the Jordan brand ever gambled and rolled on anything, man, it was the Dak Prescott situation, and they coming out on top. Think about that. Let that sink in. Because now you have more and more eyeballs visible to what you just did, and it's a contract year for them. Brand new contract, because they're looking at it like, yes, that first opening. Ooh. All right, so we got the 240. What do you know? You're in the house. You're live.
Hey, what's up, baby?
Nothing much, man. Talk to me.
Hey, look here, man. Only thing I want
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. Can you turn it down? You got an echo, but go ahead.
I want Jerry Jones to put the same emphasis on the offensive line as he did for Tony Romo. Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
Hey, I got echo, man. I got echo. You got me playing in the background. You got to at least turn that off, or.
Okay, I got you on,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah, okay.
Only thing I want Jerry Jones to do is to put the same emphasis on that offensive line that he did for Tony Romo.
Like, can you elaborate? Because
now remember, everybody keeps saying that offensive line that we had was for the running back. It was built for Tony Romo. The offensive line, the running back just ran off the offensive line. The offensive line was built around Tony Romo. Because Tony Romo rolled out and all that.
So you're saying that the Cowboys should have drafted Slater instead of Parson?
On your offensive line, yes. Your offensive line, because you remember, your left tackle, Carlin. Carlin. Your left tackle. You need somebody that's going to be able to come in and step up and be as productive as he is.
I'm trying to gather my thoughts because if we do, go ahead.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
If Dak Prescott had the same offensive line as Tony Romo, do you think his numbers will be up?
What end of career are you talking about? Like the front end of Romo's career or the back end? Because Romo didn't get that offensive line until like the back end of it.
Back end of his career, right? Mm-hmm. That back end of his career was supposed to be, because you remember Marco Murray rushed over 2,000 yards behind that offensive line.
Yeah, that was in 2000. Well, near 2,000 yards. That was in 2014. The change of philosophy.
Right. And the whole offensive line was built for Tony Romo because he was rolling out. He was running around. He was throwing the ball. That's when he was just throwing the Dez, and Dez was just like, okay, that's when Dez was getting his high catches and all that.
I don't have
he was running around.
Hold on. Let's do this then. All right. So in 2014, we had, and I'm going off the top of my mind, man. Gosh, we had Tyron Smith, right?
Right.
We had Zach Martin, right? Did we have?
Right.
Yeah, we had Travis. Right. Who was our right tackle? Was it Doug Free still?
Yes, and then Fred Martin.
I mean, Zach Martin, Travis, Doug Free. Hang, who was our left guard? Who was our left guard? Somebody put it down in the comment box. Who was our left guard?
Because we was the youngest offensive line in NFL.
So, I mean, like, if you go back to that philosophy, who you going to draft in this draft or last year's draft to put around Dak Prescott? Oh, so it was Ron Leary. So who are you going to do? Would you rather draft for offensive line, or you rather draft for not Amari Cooper, but CeeDee Lamb?
I mean, I could have did without CeeDee Lamb and built on my offensive line because we got two tight ends that's good. Blake Jarwin, I thought Blake Jarwin had a career season last year if he wasn't hurt. Sharps came in and he did his thing. You could have ran the two tight end set.
I'm trying real hard. I'm trying real hard, man. I'm trying. It's too early in the morning with this, man. So you mean
I'm a hard Cowboy fan.
All right, go ahead with it.
This. The 1-15, we lose, I'm outside, they laughing at me, all that. But I keep telling them, hey, we gonna come back. This our bounce back year. When I seen Zeke and he in his full form, oh yeah, we gonna have a good year this year.
I really do appreciate. What else you have for the show, brother? What else you got?
I got us going 14-3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and how do you feel about this offensive line? Because you painted me in the corner. Yeah, look, I can tell you, man.
This is my thing. This is my thing. Our offensive line is back healthy, right?
Right.
My thing is this: I want somebody like if my left tackle get hurt, I want somebody that can step in and be like, okay, we not gonna move, we ain't even flinching.
Did you watch the film assessment on Josh Ball?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you think that hold on? Do you think that he's better than what we had out there last season out of a Terrence Steele or Brandon Knight?
I think he was better.
Okay.
I think he was better.
So is that the Dallas Cowboys focusing on trying to improve this offensive line for their $160 million quarterback?
But you need your quarterback. I mean, come on, man. You paid Tony Romo more than that.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for the call, man. All right, what else you got for the show?
I ain't got no baby. I just wanted just on my offensive line. My defense, yes. My offensive line. I just want Jerry Jones to focus on the offensive line just like he did back. Remember, Dak came in and went 13-3.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And we were still healthy back then. That was the end of Tony Romo's career. That came right in at the right time. Our offensive line was still healthy at the time. 13-3, his rookie year.
Appreciate you for calling in, brother. Thank you so much for calling in. All right.
Yes.
Oh, it's too early, man. My coffee, man. I'm trying so hard, man. I've been trying real hard. You know. Oh my gosh, man. We got the 321 and the 966. They're gonna be in the mix in a few, but let me just take a deep breath because I tried so hard. not to just. I wanted to press this so bad and be like, I wanted to so bad. I wanted to real talk. But I think the 3-2-1. I think they're gonna speak some sense into me, man. 3-2-1. What you got?
What's up, Law?
Talk to me, man. Help me out, bro. Help me out.
All right, so that last dude, he sounds like a casual fan. He doesn't sound like a true fan.
Right. And shout out to him, though. He might believe everything he believes, and he might believe it to the whole fullest. But go ahead.
I knew he was a casual fan after he said Leo Collins for his left tackle. I was like, oh, my God, this man needs to get off the phone.
Yeah.
But you know what? I low-key think one of the positions that we're not talking about enough that we have to get solidified going into the season is the kicking position. Because, the last 2-3 years, we've been struggling with the kicker since Dan Bailey took that groin injury.
Oh, I thought you were going to say punt kicker, but you saying just the field goal kicker.
Yeah, the field goal kicking situation, that's been one of those things that we've been kind of iffy the last 2-3 years since Dan Bailey's groin injury.
Yeah, last season was the kicker a horrible kicker last season? Who was the kicker?
He wasn't great, but he was good, but he wasn't great.
Right. He wasn't missing those crazy kicks. Yeah, like Brett Maher was missing those crazy kicks. Those kicks that was kind of close. Who's our kicker now? I forgot who our kicker is now. See, I'm a
Greg Zerline.
I'm a casual fan. It's not his name literally slipped my mind like, damn, who's our kicker? So going into his second year with the Dallas Cowboys, my thing is this offense should be potent enough to at least get to the 30 or to the 40. And if he can nail those kicks, okay, cool. My biggest reservation for all of these years was Chris Jones, right? The kid just never kicked a good ball. And then when Hunter came in, we were sitting there like, man, this guy is nice. Oh, his last name is Nice Wonder. Hunter was really changing the field, flipping the field, and I could only think that, like, man, if his defense now can stop a team from traveling 60 yards or 70 yards down the field, is a whole lot better than what Chris was trying to do. But go ahead with your point with the kicker, though.
Well, no, that's just the point that I want us to focus more on making sure that the kicker doesn't miss kicks that he's not supposed to miss, because those kicks can going to be the difference between you going to a Super Bowl or you not making, not going to the Super Bowl, or just you not winning the division, period. Because
right.
All those kicks that we've missed against the Giants, the Redskins, the Eagles, it's annoying seeing, the kicker go up there and you're like, man, please make the kick. You have your hands together praying like, Lord, please let this kicker make this kick. But no, another thing I wanted to talk about was also the formations that we're going to run. I would really, really like to see us going to start to implement a fullback more, like we did with Zeke when he was in his rookie year with Keith Smith.
Mm-hmm.
That new fullback we have now, I think he's going to be real good, really good.
His name is Nick. That name is the tip of my tongue, man. My memory. I need to go give me some Jinko. His name is Nick, the new punter that we got now, the new fullback that we got now, and
yes, sir.
He's a hybrid guy because he can catch out of the backfield, and he's one of the guys that's a great blocker, can bulldoze things out of the way, and I seen him pulling. Nick Ralston. Yeah, appreciate you, Derek Savage.
Yeah, Nick Ralston.
Yeah, this dude trains by pulling 18-wheelers, man.
I saw that. I was like, ooh, that boy bad.
That boy is bad. So, and he can catch out of the backfield. He got decent hands at that, and he can get in the way, and he's not afraid. He's not afraid to put his nose deep down inside to make the block. So, if anybody's going to be happy for him, is Ezekiel Elliott and Tony P.
Yeah, and another thing also is I'm gonna love watching how Dak's gonna have his comeback story, man. I really, really hope that Dak going to just shut all the doubters up about him getting paid. To me, honestly, Dak is a way different quarterback than Tony Romo is. He's more poised. He's not gonna make the same mistakes that Tony made. And he's going to be able to lead you to where you want to get to, man. That's why I've been standing behind Dak since he was a rookie, man. And we had our ups and downs with Tony, but Dak, you don't have ups and downs with Dak. You have the ups with Dak.
But, the community will always be that how can I put this? Divisive. Yeah. It'll always be Dak versus Romo, and Romo wasn't given the fair treatment, and this was Romo team, and people will still say, hey, we would love to have Romo back even in 2021, and you always get that, So that's the only thing until Dak Prescott win another playoff, and then until Dak Prescott win a Super Bowl, and that's just how it goes, unfortunately.
Well, remember, though, the one thing that people can't use that excuse with Romo and say, oh, Romo had it, didn't have it as good as Dak, because remember, Romo had a Hall of Fame coach. Dak never had a Hall of Fame coach. Romo couldn't get it done with a Hall of Fame coach. If Dak would have been that coach, if we would have had Bill Parcells, man.
Well, my only thing is with Romo and Parcells, the marriage wasn't long enough. I truly believe, I'll go to my grave saying this, that if Parcells had the time frame that Garrett had with Romo, we would have at least seen the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl and hosting the Lombardi Trophy. But that's neither here nor there. But I get what you're saying, though.
Mm-hmm. I think Dak would have been I think he would have been the kind of quarterback that Parcells would have rather have had over Tony Romo coming in. I feel like Romo was more of your Jason Garrett kind of quarterback, and I felt like Dak was more of Parcells' quarterback. He wants them to do it right. He doesn't want mistakes. He wants them to take care of the ball. That's why Dak's more like Troy Aikman when it comes to articulating everything and making sure that everybody's in place. You have to run the right routes. He demands greatness from you. But I'm not going to hold you up no more longer and everything. That's all I want to call about, man.
Man, appreciate you, bro, man, for calling in. Let's go.
This is Sparta!
That was a good call from him. A good call from him. Get a good call from him. We had to play that one. All right, from the 956, you in the mix. What's good?
Law, good morning. How are you? This is Lunatic.
The Lunatic. What's good with you, man? How you living?
Good. First of all, hope everybody's having a great Saturday to the 4th of July weekend. Thank you very much for the call-in opportunity. Great show last week with Big Game James and Boss Cowboy. A lot of insight, a lot of points that you touched on. And as far as Hard Knocks goes, the NFL is built for entertainment.
There you
Remember that. The NFL is about entertainment. That doesn't mean it's always in the Cowboys' favor. Some producer somewhere, somebody filming something says, hey, you know what that player said about this player? Let's put that in there. Let's get that friction because that'll make great entertainment. It's not always about the Cowboys. It's not in the Cowboys' favor. That's why I was a little bit against Hard Knocks because I know how it works.
Right.
How are some players going to act in front of the camera, and how is that going to be taken by the locker room? You can lose the locker room. Now, wasn't it a couple of years back where the Cleveland coach, who was it, Hugh Jackson or somebody, who had to let somebody go in front of the cameras, and it was later told, the story was later told, oh, yeah, HBO said, hey, can you do that in front of the cameras so we can get that, get that emotion and make that entertaining.
Right.
And a lot of the players didn't like the way it was handled. That's how I don't like the cameras all the way around, because you don't know how players are going to react or how coaches are going to react.
A good prime a good prime example. I mean, let's be real, man. If there were cameras around when my mama was raising us, she would have been under the jail. The things that I love my mama now, you know what I'm saying? But she would have been under the jail because of the discipline aspect of it. People would say, how dare you do that? Now, at the time when you're getting disciplined, you might look at it and say, that was the worst thing that can ever happen to me. But present day, that was the best thing that can ever happen to me. But when you have cameras involved, man, oh man, it takes away the authenticity or the authenticity of it. I can't talk today. It takes away all of the naturalness of it. There you go. So that's the problem of just having cameras everywhere at the Lunatic.
Yes, exactly. I mean, we already have some fans. I have no worry about Boss Man Fat saying, you know what, football is going to be my career. Music will be something, my hobby or something. But can you imagine a producer saying, hey, let's focus more on the music part? And somebody in his inner circle is going to say, we've got eyes on us. Let's take this opportunity to grow our brand. Even though that's not what he's doing, it's going to be perceived like that by the fans. And then, as they say in The Gladiator, you lose the crowd, you lose it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of, where some producer from California, from somewhere else, is going to say, that's a great point. Let's emphasize that, even though the player isn't doing that. That's where the fans can say, all of a sudden, I knew he was going to be a bust, or I knew this was going to be a stupid thing. That's where I disagree with Hard Knocks. I know Jerry Jones did not have any say in this, but you're telling me the man who's going to make the most in NFL revenue this year, an estimated $900 million from the Cowboys, couldn't put it out there and say, you know what, we would prefer not to be on Hard Knocks. You mean to tell me he can't put that out? Just let it know from his people saying, you know what, hey, we'll pass on Hard Knocks. Not this year. We're more interested in Dak's year, in winning number 6. That I know he could have done at least.
Yeah, I was doing an episode, I think, a couple of days ago, and there's always somebody with more power than you. There's always somebody that you work for, and whoever twisted the knife in Jerry, they said, okay, we going to have this for the Dallas Cowboys because of the market rate and because of the ratings been low throughout the NFL. And my thing is, the Dallas Cowboys allow, this to trickle through everyone. The revenue sharing, everybody share a piece of the pie that the Dallas Cowboys generate. I think that the NFL is strong enough so that everybody can live off their own revenue. Go back to those parts of the NFL lifespan, because this sharing of revenue, I mean, you get teams like the Browns, like the Saints, talking noise, like the Texans, talking noise and these sorts when they can't stand alone.
Exactly, and like you said, what's the greatest promotion? You know what? Going up there with your 6 rings, saying that's the greatest promotion.
Mm-hmm.
That gets you the ratings. That will lift the NFL because the Cowboys basically run the NFL. If you look at it financially, we haven't been doing so great on the field, but if you look at the numbers, ratings, revenue, everything is Cowboys related. Now, getting back to on the field, as you said, you mentioned 3 players, Dak, Michael Gallup, and Randy Gregory in that stream earlier. I agree with Dak. He is coming back. He's got, that chip on his shoulder saying,
right.
Oh, you think that was going to hold me back? Well, not only am I going to be the comeback player of the year, you're going to see how well I can lead this team. I don't know about Michael Gallup. Again, that's up in the air. That's money, and that's Steven. And Steven always seems to kind of, dampen our dreams about stuff like that. But Randy Gregory,
right.
Let's wait about Randy Gregory, because what complaint have we always had about Tank? Well, where are his sacks? Well, look at our defense. Who the heck does any offense go and say, hey, we got to stop this guy? It's always Tank. There was nobody on the other side. There was Quinn for a while, but even teams realized, you know what, let Quinn rush up the field, and then we'll run up behind him. Because he was all about sacks. That's why he got that big contract. Now with Randy Gregory, now with that rotation, I expected it last year, but I see it better this year. Our offense will give our defense a lead, and that will make our defense a little bit better, because when you're playing with a lead as defense and you can make teams more and more one-dimensional, now you can open it up. Now Dan Quinn can go into his bag of tricks and say, hey, you know what? Now let's go attack here. Now let's force turnovers. Now let's get those takeaways. Get the ball back into our offense and get some points, or make it a defensive score. Why not?
No doubt, man. Shoot, you spitting the truth over here. Yeah. I mean, if we could just do that in those days, the efficiency level would just improve, and collectively, man, we right in the playoff. When we look up, then we win a playoff game. Then we look up, man, who knows? But it all starts with the efficiency level.
Exactly, and as I've told any fan, the easiest way to the playoffs is win your goddamn division. That's how
there
you
go.
In. That's how the damn what the fucks got in, because they won one more game than we did. They won the division. Look at the quarterbacks in our division. Dak is head and shoulders above the best. We should be winning this division with those wins plus the extra wins sprinkled around, 10 or 11 wins, and let's start our playoff push. As Dak said, pressure is a privilege, and number 4 has thrived on that. Do not bet against this man. That's why this team has rallied around him. Now we need to find that defensive leader. Micah Parsons, the more I'm hearing from him, is going to be that leader, but how soon will it be? Because Tank has never seemed to gotten a hold of that. He's the leader salary-wise, but in the huddles, it was Sean Lee. Everything else seemed like he was letting somebody else. He's got to step up and follow Dak's lead and now become the defensive leader. When they need to stop, he needs to gather them around and say, that's it. They're getting off the field. We're getting the ball back to our offense, and we're scoring points. That's what I want to see. And it all starts again with Dak coming back. Mike McCarthy planned for a year last year. 1 year. This is how this is going to be. This is how this is going to be. COVID and injuries threw that out the window. He was going on the fly. As you like to say, he was building the plane in the air. Well, he didn't do a good job, especially hiring Mike Nolan. But now I think with Dan Quinn, that steadfast He just has to worry about the defensive side. Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore will take care of the offensive side. And that's why our future looks better. You're going to see it in Hard Knocks. It's going to be entertaining. Just always take it with a grain of salt, Cowboys Nation, because these producers aren't showing the true side. They just want the entertainment. They want our eyeballs. They chose the Cowboys because you look at the ratings the last couple of years, they've been going down, down, down. So they figured, let's get the Cowboys, let's get those ratings up, up, up. But it's not always for the Cowboys.
It's for the NFL, revenue sharing. I appreciate you, the Lunatic, man. Always a pleasant, man, to hear your voice and hear your reasonings, man.
That's right, Cowboys Nation. Have a great one, and always remember, go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. That's a good call from him, man. The Lunatic. We have next, man, the 910. We got him jumping in, or her, 910. We're going to have the 910 in a few seconds. But before we get into that detailings there, let's continue to grind to shine. Cowboy Nation, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune into Cowboy Sports Talk and Beyond. 910, you in?
Nah, down.
For your mind. Let me save your name up under here, man. What's good with you?
What's going on? Some people want the fame. Some people want the rain. It seems like we always want the fame. Of all the Hard Knock participants, who had a good season? The first one, Baltimore Ravens went to the playoffs.
Right.
That was okay. The Bengals actually went to the playoffs twice on Hard Knocks. And the Jets went to the AFC Championship game. But for us, whether it was the first Hard Knocks, we was 5-11. The second one, the Miles Austin Hard Knocks, 9-7. And this Amazon Prime documentary that just detailed our whole debacle and what it opens up. If your locker room ain't right, I repeat, if your locker room is not right, that show or any show will expose you. It exposed you with the Amazon documentary. We saw Zeke in mental distress. We saw Dez thinking he was somebody he wasn't. And we saw Jason Witten not giving no time. All the little things. The little things that make you great. One thing about, I give the Buccaneers credit, their camaraderie is like no other. They have a bona fide leader, and people are following them. And so that's similar to that. But I really don't like it because we trying new stuff. We got a new defensive coordinator, and it just exposes your team too much. And I learned that from the Raiders debacle with Antonio Brown. Because it's gonna be one. It's gonna be one player.
Yeah.
I gotta flip the D-Law. They want that fame. They want their name to be out here, but their game is not following their name. I don't know who it's gonna be, but somebody's gonna show out. We know Jerry gonna show out, most definitely.
Yeah.
He's trying to get as much footage as he possibly can. But overall, it shouldn't affect nothing. If they toned in, if they locked in, it shouldn't affect nothing. I'm just worried about, I'm not even worried about the young boys because they used to social media, they used to being analyzed. I'm worried about the veterans like Anthony Brown, the ones who don't got a big name.
Right.
And this is an opportunity on the national stage to get themselves out there. So it's going to be a lot of chirping. It's going to be a lot of extra celebrating for a past breakup. But it really don't matter until September when we really lace them up. And that's my time. Now I'm down.
For your mind. Appreciate you, Don. Always got the good stuff out there. I don't think that we are worried with the aspect of players in general, but we worried about the perception. You know, a lot of times a person could already have their preconceived thoughts of a player, but when it's faced upon a short snippet of an hour, then people paint players into this box and say, okay, he's just a weed smoker, or he's a lazy guy, or he really don't care about football. And that could be the angles where darts that can be thrown at a player, and you only see the negative light because they're different. And I'm talking about probably a boss man Fat. You may look at him as the HBO break down his assessment and they break down his background. And you know how the storyline always got to have the antagonist, or it could be somebody else. It could be just like what Nine Dime just lamented. It could be, dare I say, the quote unquote veteran guy that didn't live up to expectations, and now you're looking at it like, oh, let's bring in Nashawn Wright, or let's bring in this guy. So it's so many rooms as it relates to that. But on the positive aspect of it, you got a chance and opportunity to see the team that you love opposed to just liking. All right, so we got the 903. You're in the mix. You're live.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy 4th of July weekend.
Hey, Lady Jessica, how you doing?
All right. All I got to say, guys, as I always say, death and life lies in the power of your tongue.
Right.
Stop thinking negative. Stop speaking negative over our team. I keep saying this to y'all, saying PVO. I don't just say it just to be said. I say it because I want y'all to think positive. You want good things to happen to you in life, right?
Facts.
Even though you might be in the midst of a storm, trust and believe. What God planned for you is that you prosper and that you be in health, even as your soul prospers. People always talk about you, always talk about church. Because church life and real life, because God said you can't be so spiritually minded that you be no earthly good. See, we have a natural side, and we have your spiritual side, natural side. It's the same thing to me. I ain't no two-split person. I'm not split in two. I'm the same all the way around, spiritually and naturally, because I done been through so much law. And that's why I have so much hope for the team. Because just like people want to count everybody out, just like everybody counting the Cowboys out, just like God see people count out, he always bless those people. He used the foolish to confound the wise, people. So stop being negative. Y'all want to see success? Speak success over this team. Stop looking at the past. Yeah, we had injury. Yes, we had COVID. But God bringing us out of this COVID thing. So he bringing our team out this COVID thing. Those boys are working hard. We just want to see them succeed. We done seen them down. We done seen them fight. Even when they down, they still tried to fight. But until they couldn't fight no more. So they coming back with the vengeance. Think positive, people. I love y'all. Just stay positive.
Yes, indeed.
Life, not death. Y'all have a blessed day.
Amen to that. I'm gonna have to start getting my holy praise dance on when I bring you on, Lady Jessica, because as always a praise when you jump in and you bring forth the positive vibes, and I love it. Not to discount anything that you said. It's one of those things, whereas we all have to get together and formulate together. And whenever you come on, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yes. And just because, other teams, but y'all know what Dak is to this team. Dak got those boys together. It ain't no division. Stop saying division. We don't have division in no locker room counselor no more. Dak socialized with everybody on that team. These boys were like brothers. They was hanging out just like us. We come in this chat. I try to strengthen you and give you encouragement to strengthen yourself, because if we do it better when we do it together. They do it better when they do it together. That's why on social media, on Twitter, I put one team, one sound, working together as one. Us in this group, working together as one, encouraging one another, telling each other, our boys got this. Come on, don't think that way. Just keep it in a good mind. I know everybody gonna have opinions, but I'm just saying, I just want to see them speak good things and stop thinking in the old way.
Oh yeah. I mean, you deliver the thunder over here. We all love your word. We all love the praises that you deliver over here, Jessica. What else you got for the show?
I'm just going to get out the way because I know it's somebody else probably waiting to get in, and I'm full. And I don't want to keep going on.
No doubt. We love you. Let's go. Yeah. Miss Jessica always bringing it the best way, the proper way, and she brought some biblical terms, I recall we got the 201 that's next. I recall the good word, Moses was short and stuttered, right? He's stubby, he stuttered when he speak. And he's supposed to deliver a message. And he said, how can I do this? And God himself said, he made the ones that's unqualified qualified, right? And God pretty much told Moses, who made your mouth? That always stuck hard to my heart, you know what I'm saying? Because I was sitting there like, man, whenever we have doubts, whenever we have limitations of ourselves, the Creator believes in us still, and he's directing us. Now, we can have all of those faith and all of those things that we can put together, but without these works, they're dead, right? So this team, the way Jessica just lamented and bring forth all of the praise and the Holy Ghost and all of that good stuff, they still got to get out there to work. They still got to get out there to put out that work. 201, what you got for the show?
Well, what's good? It's 100 grand.
100. What's good with you? Let me save your name in this thing, man. Yeah, because, let me save your name right now so I can see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I put 1,000 grand. Oh, let me put 100 in there. Yeah, you might want to change it, but it's 1,000, man. Woo! But what's good, man? What's good? Man? What you got for the show?
I'm chilling, man. This Hard Knocks thing, I feel like it's not going to affect us because we on the break stage anyway.
Okay.
We're on the break stage every week.
Right.
So, we got cameras in our face. They got cameras all over the facility. We making videos every week. But, we do this already. So I feel like the only people it might affect is these rookies because they're not used to it. And the coach, well, he should be used to the big stage now because he's been there about a year. So he should be used to us right now. You know what I mean? He ain't in Green Bay no more. You know what I'm saying? You ain't in Green Bay.
You ain't in Green Bay.
I feel like it's not going to have that much of an effect on us. I feel like if it does, it's going to be those rookies who's just stepping onto the big stage. I feel like they might get rattled. They might get, a little bit excited about the cameras and worry about their brand. I feel like they're the ones that's going to be like that. But these veterans and stuff like that, I feel like they're used to it, man. It's nothing.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where the veterans that been here before, they going to look at it like Tyron Smith, he been through these hard knocks before. So he's going to be like, look, this is what you got to do. This is what you can't do. This is what you can't say. This is what you can't say because they got cameras everywhere. And, of course, the Amazon Prime, people that was on this team when Amazon Prime was here, they're going to say, hey, man, be careful, man. Look up, dog. There's a camera right there. Hey, you can't roll one right here, man. You got to go roll it. Just play it.
Got to wait till you get home. Gotta wait, you can't even roll one.
Oh my God! hey, bro, yeah, dog. Hey man, and coach got me going. Coach got me doing this suicide drill. Hey, dog, no, the camera. Right there. Oh no, the camera. Let me hit that one more time. You didn't roll that one tight, dog. Hey, man, coach was coming. The camera already got you.
Fact.
Oh, my goodness.
CNN, all that.
Yeah.
Even though it's legal, they still going to put it out there.
Just like Shakara Richardson, man, to know that she can run that fast and she's still rolling and blazing.
Man,
yeah.
But here's the thing to that.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother had passed away
a
week before, but they don't care about that.
They don't care.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't care
about that. It's rules are rules. They could care less about that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, she should have known. Listen, I understand you went through this tragedy, but it's a bigger thing that you've been fighting for. It's a bigger thing that you've been preparing for, that you can't just blow because of this thing that happened. You can take all of that frustration and instead of rolling one, put it into what you've been fighting for and striving for, and make your mother a better story by going out there and winning. You know?
Yeah. But they circumvented it though, so she's only gonna be suspended for like 30 days, and then that's right in time.
That was good.
But you know what happened though? You know that money aspect of it. You know, somebody had to pay a bit.
They had to keep her in there.
Yeah, they're like, you know, we gonna turn a blind eye and deaf ear to that one, because they let another guy who stayed rolling swim like a fish, you know, Michael Phelps. So it was gonna just go nasty with it. So they said, you know what, we just gonna let her play, you know, let her go run, but don't do it again now, you know. But I think that they don't do it again now. You know.
Slap you on the wrist now.
You know who had the realest rule of all time, the realest saying, and then, you know, they had to come after him? It was Chris Carter. Chris Carter said the realest thing ever, man. He said that every player need them a fall guy. They need that person, man. And I know it sounds crass, but since these NCAA schools are open up that paycheck now,
hit that cha-ching button again.
Let me load up that paycheck now. I'm telling these young players. I got my little nephew. He's 6'3" already. He ran a 4.4 40, and he's in high school. You know, and he did it over there at training camp over there at USM and as well as Mississippi State. So I got their eyeballs on him because he ran a 4.4 and he's 6'3". He's gonna be a wide receiver. And my thing is, since now college is paying, dog, you gonna have to really tread lightly. So like I'm telling these young kids now, prom and all that stuff. Don't worry about prom. Don't worry about that. Don't try to worry about being in those things. Go get that paper. Go get that paper.
Don't even put yourself in that situation. Or you can go. Just come right back home. You get paid straight out of high school. If you think I'm telling that, please.
Shoot. I'm teaching him now.
Hey, law beyond. Listen, if I gotta put a tracker on your phone, I'm gonna put a tracker on your phone. Is you what? You could be a millionaire right in college before you
right.
Get
I don't even want him to. I'm going to the club. No. You 16, 17. It could change generational money now. You know, I think somebody just signed a $2 million. I think it was Master P cousin or son or something like that, nephew or something like that, signed a $2 million.
They in the sports. Master P be on them too.
Master P be on them.
He be on them.
I'm gonna hit up Master P when we get off this phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shoot him all of the highlight clips. Hey, I got my nephew over here. He's 6'3".
We can get you an agent right up. What?
Right now.
What? Right now, making $2-3 million right now. You coming to the NFL? Already? What? I already got $10 million. What I need? That rookie contract ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Get that rookie contract.
Shoot, you ain't lying.
Wow, and don't let you go to like an Alabama or a Clemson. Oh, it's over. They win it every year. They in the national championship every year.
But you know what? Since it's now visible, those guys now gonna get pay cuts. See, some people ain't gonna catch that one. There's some of them guys get pay cuts now, because now I can say, okay, his endorsement deal is $3 million, you know, instead of his sliding $6 or $7 million, you know, under the table to Ashaniqua and Pookie and Ray, you know.
Nick Saban gonna say, all right, man, you can take $1 million and spread that around.
Man. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, cause see, I'm from Mississippi, man. We got a place called Eupora, Mississippi. That's the literal name of that place, Eupora, Mississippi. And when I was in college, I was sitting there like one of my homeboys. I said, "Dog, come on, man, how you really afford that Hummer? You know, come on, man. Nobody in Eupora making that type of money." He said, "Man, Law, I can't tell you how, but man, I got accepted to Ole Miss." I said, "Dog, but who really paid for that Hummer, man? You know." But so we knew that it was always some money under the table,
Now it's just out in the open now.
Yeah.
Now they just made it legal now that you can do it. And then people can do it the right way. Listen, I do these autographs for these rich people. What, you can get $1,000 an autograph. You come over here. What?
And
It's about to go down.
keep this in mind now. You know who really sick? Back to Cowboys football. You know who really sick?
Who?
Adidas.
Oh.
Because this HBO is finna come out, and the Jordan brand is just finna sit on everybody because they finna look at this and be like,
About to go crazy.
it's finna go banana crazy because now they got the most visible team. They got one of the most polarizing quarterbacks who's coming off of an injury, who's switched brands. Don't you know that HBO gonna pan down on that ankle every week? Oh my goodness!
Every week.
And then you know they're gonna have that Jordan.
That shoe, Dak don't got his personal shoe yet. I think they might rush that thing.
They gonna rush it out. Yeah, they say, man, we don't have to advertise now, baby.
What? Every week they gonna show us it. Oh, how's he moving around? Wait a minute, this and that. Every week talking shows. Every week. Oh look. Oh wait a minute. Oh man, the first time, don't let him get hit. Oh man, don't let him get hit. Oh man, it's gonna be this is crazy, bro.
It's gonna be super crazy, man. Yeah.
This is real crazy. But hey, man, listen, man. If I'm you, hey, everybody, watch your nephew, man. Watch everybody. This is a family. Where you going? Oh, nah, dog. You gotta see the bigger picture. You ain't going girlfriend. Nah, dog.
I don't let them hang around a guy. Hey, that's a black and mild. No, I don't care, man. It's a wooden tip. Nah, I don't care, dog. Get away from him. Get away.
Not even cigarette.
Not even cigarette. Nah, they ain't finna get you for that. No. I don't care, man. It's a cigarillo. No, what cigarillo normally go with? No, get away. Get away. But I want to holler at Ashaniqua. No, leave Ashaniqua alone. You
ain't even drinking.
You ain't drinking.
Juice some soda and some water.
I got a cold. No, you don't need no rubbing tussin. You're going to do some push-ups, man.
The money is too big now, man. The money is small. They said one quarterback got a logo already. Another quarterback already got an endorsement deal already. I heard on ESPN yesterday.
See?
With some I think it's like a tea company, sweet tea company. I think.
Man, they finna market the hell out of these young kids, man.
They deserve it though. And that NCAA football game, I think, is coming out this year or next year. I think I've seen something.
Yeah,
so they're gonna get paid off of that too. Oh my God.
I'm gonna call. Like I said, I'm gonna call my nephew right when we get off of this stream. But appreciate you for calling in, $100,000, man. Appreciate you.
No doubt, man. No doubt, bro.
Salute. Give him one of these. $912. You're live. What's good?
Hello?
Yeah, what's good? What's good with you? You're live on the Nation.
What's going on, Law? It's Robert.
All right, let me save you up in here. This is the new system that I got right now. And I got you over here, Rob. What's good with you? What you got for the show?
Hey, man, I know these shows like to just say negative stuff about Cowboy players for Ravens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy, Josh Ball.
Mm-hmm.
This incident happened with him way back in 2016 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The man left Florida State, went to another college. They even offered him to come back, and he said, nope, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
No, none of us really know what happened. He wasn't charged with nothing. He was just accused. If he did stuff like that, that is really, I don't condone nobody to put their hand on no one. Because I got a nieces and I got a mama.
Mm-hmm.
But to just hark on stuff like that when you don't know what happened, it just kind of gripes me.
Yeah.
Guy, and just like Joseph, man, he is a young man.
Mm-hmm.
I done did stupid mess when I was a young man. That happened. But they take this stuff in the media and just grind it in. But they can talk about people bullying people on. What's the difference? If you gon' just like you, when you talk about somebody, you say, I don't want to silly and degenerate this person. I'm just saying this is the fight that I know. But it just strikes me, indict haters. Oh man, they making indict is making these such a rich that and Cowherd, he just loves to throw him under the bus.
Oh yeah, and that's just how it goes. You know, heavy is the crown, and this team, we always going to get the negative backflow of everything. My thing is, you know, with Josh Ball, I don't think none of the major medias is talking about it outside of the draft. When they drafted, they just kind of like touched on it, so that's good. They're not going into deep details of it, and of course that happened way in 2015-16 year. So I think that's just water under the bridge. Far as the boss man, Kevin Joseph, he got a situation where he released an album or a track or song or something like that. And, of course, that's going to blow up here and there. But I believe that, like, when training camp hit, he'll be out there. And they probably use that as just only a spotlight there. But his play on the field should separate that. So I just think that this team will be okay. It's just that the media got to do their job to get people to click on their websites and watch their videos. And we as content creators got to do our job as explaining what happened.
Yeah, I understand that right there, but I'm talking about during the draft. It was after the draft. I seen some Cowboys reporters saying, I wouldn't have drafted Jordan Hall with that. Why? You don't know what, evidently the Cowboys didn't just draft him and not dig into this.
Right. Oh, you spitting facts.
So why is it such a problem for you if the Cowboys done dug into it and seen that, well, ain't no problem here? Why did you study bringing it up? What I'm saying, this Cowboys reporter, it was on, I watch a lot of it on Cowboy Network.
Oh, yeah.
Shows, like, I ain't going to call no names of that, but it just, one reporter just kept repeating that over and over. And it just, to me, I don't judge nobody. The good book says, judge you not.
Yeah, but you know how it goes. All kin folks, not skin folks, right? You know, you heard that saying before. Yeah, so everybody that report the news with the Dallas Cowboys are not like diehard fans like you and I. You know, I grew up loving this team, watching this team before Jerry Jones bought this team. So you can only imagine, and I'm just as happy that Jerry bought the team because of the visibility of it and everything else that he brings to the table. So there are things that I do like, there are things that I hate, there are things that I'm like right in the middle. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna try to put out the best possible news for the Dallas Cowboys in a positive light. But there are some people that would rather see this team crash and burn because they just naturally don't like the Dallas Cowboys. They just work for them.
And you know what? I believe that right there, Lawco. That's when I like to watch your program called You Spitting the Truth. You bring the real stuff with the Cowboys, and you bring it with passion. Because you're a real fan. You got the same energy I got. That's the reason I like to look at you.
Appreciate it.
Looking at it, I'm looking at it. I want to see the team succeed. And for this hard knock thing, I ain't going on that. That's about like the announcer making the kicker miss because he said he missed me in 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
it's not the worth it. If they keep doing what they need to do, like you said, but the Cowboys under scrutiny every day. They sit on the sidewalk. They're gonna be on ESPN for the spit hit the sidewalk.
Facts, Rob. Appreciate you so much for calling in. I thank you for being part of this show.
Hey, I appreciate you, Law. Keep putting it up, man.
Will do. All right. That was Rob, man. Great caller, great content. Great information. I'm saying great content. Shout out to Rob, man. All right, Cowboy Nation. Anybody else? The phone number is 657-390-7391. And we're going to get this thing going the best way possible while we getting this thing going the best way. You know how that thing goes, right? Israel McCrummel. Yeah, I see you. Williams, yeah. Shout out to y'all. Oh, do me a favor. Put down where y'all are from. I love to hear that. I love to know that. Turn me up. Come on. Keep it going for a couple more minutes here. Let me give a shout out to everybody, man. From PA, I see you, Long. Watt Long from PA. Appreciate you. Forbidden from North Carolina. NC. Got some 2 PA. Sean Kent, appreciate you. Williams from Dallas. Shout out to you. Fort Worth in the house. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Who else we got? 702. What's good? What you got for the show?
Hello.
Nothing to it.
How you doing? It's Lokes 44 from them hard hitters out there in Vegas.
Let me put this up in here. Hard hitters. What's good with you, man? What you got for the show? You gonna be out there in Oxnard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be out there in Oxnard for training camp.
I definitely will see you out there.
Yep. I'm gonna have to make sure I'm dressed right for these HBO cameras.
Yeah. they go pan over to see the hard hitters over there, man, and hopefully, man, they get a good angle of all of us, you know.
Yeah, hard hitters for hard knocks, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Don't let them take that name from you and make all type of coins off of it. But what you got for the show?
Hell no. Oh no, I was just calling in, man, just to say I know a lot of people are upset about this hard knock stuff, about they gonna be going around our team with all these cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I know that people are talking about the curse and how the season's gonna go down the drain, and I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard about it, I was a little upset too. But
right.
After a night of sleeping on it and thinking about it, it's really something that we should be used to by now, man. We got cameras on us all the time. We did that all or nothing thing. There were cameras on us then. I know that there's gonna be more cameras on us now. But let's just take this in stride. Let's use it as motivation. Let's go ahead and take a positive out of it and handle business, man. I don't want to hear at the end of the day all these excuses. Well, we had these cameras, we couldn't perform. The players weren't natural. I don't want to hear all that. They know the job that they got to do. They know what we're expecting as fans. They know that we want to go ahead and get to the Super Bowl this year. The goal remains the same goal. The task at hand is the task at hand.
Facts.
And whatever the case may be, it's time for us to just go ahead and go handle business, whether there's cameras there or not. So that's all I had for the show. I hope that you have a good one, and I'll talk to you later, Law. I'll see you in Oxnard.
Appreciate you, man. See you there. Hard hitters, baby.
Hard hitters all day.
Yeah.
Talk to you later, Law.
Salute. Good call from him, man. Good call from the hard hitter, 702, holding it down. All right, let's go. Appreciate y'all. East Texas in the house. We also have, let me get this over here. Let me play some more of this. No, not that one. Yeah, let me play some of this. We got, who else we have here? Hollis Queens, Dwight Davis, what's good? 315. Will, what's good with you? We got the 614. What do you know? You're live on the Nation.
Hello.
What's good with you?
What's up? What's your love?
Nothing to it. What you got for the show?
Ain't got much, man. I just wanted to say, man, I really appreciate you putting out that content every day.
Appreciate you for that.
Yeah, it's Montana too, man.
Montana, let me put your name down in here, man. You know, this thing give me all type of names up in here, man. I got your name now. All right.
Yeah, man. So I just wanted to get your insight on it. You know, how you feel about the Cowboys being on Hard Knocks this season.
I'm right in the middle. I believe that the element of surprise is always the best attack. I don't believe in letting your opposition know where you're doing or what you're trying to install, because there'll be a lot of installments because you got a new defensive coordinator. Yes, we got cameras everywhere, but that installment piece, think about it. They will be filming the training camp. They will be filming some of the preseason games and some of the back storylines, and formation is everything, so you can get a good bead of information just by a team, the way they line up in formation and what they're trying to do. Now, as far as from a YouTuber / content creator, yes, we will have footages and films and these sorts of things, but we won't have the conversational piece, nor will we have the close-up as it relates to the insights and these things. So that's my only thing, is that we're giving a lot of weaponry to those who we're going to have to play. The Chiefs are pretty nasty this year. The Buccaneers, they ain't no one to sneeze at, and we play both of those teams. And I'm quite sure those coaching staff will look into this Oxnard or whatever training camp video to get an extra step on the Dallas Cowboys.
I feel the same way, but you got to be a little optimistic.
Right.
Coaches, as smart as they say they are, they can, mix it up, switch it up, show a look, and then go out of that look, during play.
Facts.
But, we, like I said, when I text that, a lot of people is like, oh, what you going to predict the season? As you know, you play ball. You really can't predict how a game is going to go until the game is played. Now, with dealing with, professional, you got Vegas involved. So that's why I said the spreads must be made, because, they got to make the spreads to make it look like every team has a chance.
Facts.
Because these are professional guys that get paid to do their job. So you going against another guy that wants to get paid just as much as you. So, like I said, you never know what could happen. Cowboys might implode, or they might go all the way. You just never know. You can't just say, hey, this is what we going. Like, no, injuries play. You got to play the game, 4 quarters to a game. So you got to finish the game. That's all I got for today, man. That's all I just wanted to.
No, you spitting the facts over there, man. I should have had my umbrella out, man, catching some of this the spit facts that you putting out over here. But I believe what you're saying, man. We got to be optimistic about it. We got to look at it and say, okay, yes, they can throw out a false bone, and teams looking at it saying, oh, there's the bone. They jump and grab it, and it's now they're in the water. So yeah, I feel what you're saying, though. Appreciate you, man.
Exactly. Thank you, man. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime, Chief. Anytime. I'll give you one of these war calls right here. Here we go. Yeah, Cowboy Nation. So it's 2 ways to look at it, but the best thing to do is sit back and wait. I get people all the time to say, hey, Law, let's just wait till the season start, So you mean to tell me I should just be off, and just sit back and not talk to y'all beautiful people today and just wait till September to give you guys my thoughts? No. We're going to talk about it until that standpoint. And I love it when it's that way. All right, so we got the 717. What you got for the show, 717?
Law, what's up with you, man?
Not much, man. Talk to me. What you got?
Man, I was up with Parsons up in the casino. He's definitely getting 10 sacks.
He getting 10 of them.
He's definitely getting 10 sacks, Law. Because he was losing so bad, he ain't even acknowledge the real diehard. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so I'm telling you, man, Antoine Joe, I love you to death. Love your show. Always watch it. You, Watch, Chango. Man, I'm a diehard, man. Yo, Quincy Carter curse is over. Dak back. I've been watching Dak since he was in the SEC, taking them to number 1. Mississippi State.
Hell State, yeah.
So,
yeah,
man. So that Parsons gonna have 10 sacks. Okoye, tell Okoye, man, be cool with me, but me and him be arguing a lot because, man, I'm telling you, Okoye crazy. I've been told him Dak got the accuracy of Chad Pennington, and he throw like Warren Moon. Now they finally saying it.
Yeah, that's my dog Okoye. He'll be out there in Oxnard too for a spell, and we're gonna put some work together.
From Philly. I'm out in Harrisburg. I'm trying to get me and my people to come out there. I love you, Big Game James, Kavanaugh, Big Fish. Like I'm a diehard Cowboy, man.
Oh yeah,
diehard.
That's what's it, man.
I've been waiting for this.
You gonna try to catch one of the games this year?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna try to come down there, man. I'm definitely trying to come down there.
Yeah,
definitely that.
Yeah, we're gonna work with some of our sponsors, man, and we're gonna try to see if we can get away some tickets and these sorts of things for the game. We're still in conversational piece with that. So yeah, I can't wait to see you out there, man, at one of the games this year. You're right, man. If Parson get 10 sacks, man, what's your favorite beverage, man? I make sure I can get that over to you, man, because if you calling it just like that,
I'm a Heineken man, but I take I don't know, we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. Okay. okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to make sure that happen for you if he get 10 of them, or even that. You know, we gonna make something. We gonna make something happen for you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else you got for the show, man?
This year.
What else you got for it?
Man, I just got love for the show. That's all I got. I just wanted to call in and tell all the Cowboy haters that it's our time this year.
Let's go. Yes, indeed, man. Let's go. I appreciate it.
Man, I'm out, man. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Much love to you, man, for the 717. Appreciate him, man, all day, every day for calling in, being part of the show. You know, it just hit me, man. You know, at the end of the day, I don't argue at all. I don't really do a lot of debates. I just speak my mind, and I always say those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. And I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. We got 10 minutes before the show goes. So in the final 10 minutes, let me know what you guys got on your heart, soul, and send you about this team. The call-in number is 657-390-7391. All I can tell you guys from here, that the Dallas Cowboys, they should be ready. All right, 505, keeping it live, baby. What you got for the show?
Hey, what's up, Law?
Nothing to it. What's good? What's your name, fam?
I'm Mr. Elson. That's on your page. I'm watching you live from work right now. But my two questions I got is, what's the last team that won a Super Bowl on Hard Knocks? And do you think it's going to show us weaknesses to other teams that exploit us?
The last team to win a Super Bowl.
On Hard Knocks.
On Hard Knocks. Was it the Ravens? Did they win the Super Bowl the previous year, the following year? I don't know. Are you saying like the team that won the Super Bowl and then they was invited to the Hard Knocks, or the team that was on Hard Knocks that made it to the Super Bowl? I don't think there's none.
Yeah, there's none. That's my only question though, right there. Is like, I didn't want us to be on Hard Knocks. I don't want us to get exploited on the DBs as well, because they're still young out there.
Yeah, I think that from a football mindset, offense would be hard to pick up. Defense would be the easiest thing to find the tendencies of what a player can and can't do. If a player have difficult flipping their hips, finding and tracking the ball out in space, 9 times out of 10, they would still have those issues through the course of the year. And if a player favors a certain stance and they're going to do this out of it, I think that you can look at that and use that against them for the entire year. I don't know how they're going to film the HBO Hard Knocks. I don't know what's going to be released, but I'm quite sure that teams will, like the opposing teams, will watch it and try to pick up whether it be a mindset, a thing that make a player tick, or whether or not it be a benefit from learning that what they do best, and I can pretty much plan accordingly. So those are the only things. But the Dallas Cowboys, like everybody said, they always been exposed. They always been in the cameras. They always been in the highlights, and they always been in the spotlight. So that's where all of the four-letter network is going to go to anyway, right? They're going to talk about the Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm watching you from work, though. Keep up the good work, boss, and I'll catch you on the flip.
Appreciate you from the 505. It's a good call from him. Good call from him. Good call from him. All together, collectively speaking, you guys are wonderful. I really appreciate everybody, man, calling in from work, calling in from Ashaniqua house, calling in from Ray house. I really appreciate it, man. I really do, And shout out to Miss Jessica again. Every time Miss Jessica call in, I got a new gift for her right here. There she go. Look, just always giving us those type of praise and love and adulations. Appreciate you, Miss Jessica, for calling in earlier. I see y'all in the chat. Law, did I come in for Jay Versick? Yeah, shout out to you, Jay Versick. What's good with you, man? We got 6 to 7 more minutes. PVO, that's what Miss Jessica is saying. Shout out to everybody that's watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful weekend as we talk about this. Let's stay focused. Let's keep our minds in the right direction. Let 505 be the last caller of the day. I really appreciate you, man. We're finna get on out of here and spend time with our family. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. 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 And let me turn this off right quick. The phone line for your mind is over with. That will be the number. So you might want to save that number in your phone or write it down so that you guys can be a part of the show when the season kick off or when we jump live the next episode. All right, Cowboy Nation, let's continue to grind, to shine. That's all the time that we have for this moment. Let's go. Let's go. Turn me up. This is for all, and I mean just for all of the Cowboys fans, the Cowboys players, Cowboys media. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or lied about, don't deal in lies and yet hate it, and don't give way to hating, and don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can think,
154 Kareem TX Crom $5 holla.
That's what I'm talking about, Rodney. Appreciate you. Let me just play that again. Thank you for anybody who make the donations over here, and for Rodney for being the first one over there making the donation.
Kareem TX Crom $5
Yeah. So back to this thing right here, what I'm trying to tell everybody to do right quick. And shout out to, like I said, once again, Rodney, for that donation to help elevate this thing. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If waited and not be tired by waiting. And yet, if you can go through all of those things, and I'm telling everybody right now, in the mindset, hold this to your heart. Hold this to your thoughts. Hold this to everything that you walk through. Even if you say to yourself, hey, the Dallas Cowboys been doing this for 25 years. The Dallas Cowboys been doing that for 25 years. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you can go through life understanding that I'm in control of this pathway, And it's not about the things that's pushed in front of me, but it's about the things that I do in order to get to where I'm going. And that's my mindset. If I can go through all of those things, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset it, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tardy and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you really want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset it with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, we will get it. We can fold all thoughts up, put them together, and package these things together, regardless if it's HBO, Showtime, Cinemax. It doesn't matter, because we're going to bring forth the maximum energy to it. Yeah, it can flat out happen. It can. Yes, so let's put our minds, our hearts together. Like Jessica said, hey, it's the ones that's not qualified that God bring forth, and he qualified those. I recall, like I said earlier, Moses said, hey, I can't lead these people nowhere. I'm short. I stutter when I speak. And God said, who made your mouth? Huh? So let's continue to find a way, baby. Turn me up. Quest for 6. A quest for 6. Don't count us out of the mix, Cowboy Nation. Stand up. Let's go. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. It don't matter, baby. Prize fighter, even when he's down.
This is
Nation, put down where y'all from. Let's grind.
Nowadays, nothing really is face. When they wanted me and nobody hate me. Phone ringing and I tell them it's face. I got wife young, and she ice free. Please, no photos. Please, no photos. Hit the door and the dumb and just whole team here, money some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up and wait till I overproduce a solid number. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the time when you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you talking up. Wanna get you a thing in your pocket though. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move from a cuss. That hating and jealousy, my mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really is face. Only one of me and nobody like me. I tell them it's face. I got like a young thing and she ain't free. Photo, please, no photos. Please, no photos. I keep giving game away. I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid on me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no
switch up.
I ran up a check, I'ma do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking
What's
they're
up,
friends.
Rodney?
10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Come outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, it's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso.
He needs some milk.
I'm just doing
Queens, what's good?
on me, or you matter what. Add it up, bankroll.
Let's continue to grind and shine, Cowboy Nation. We out here.
I'm just doing me, everything is on me, or you matter what. Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what. Told you I'ma do me,
Here
while
we
you
go.
hating on me, it's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car, take it tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso. Add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, or you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso. Add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, or you matter what. Add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what, told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up.
Let's go. Shout out to Brian Bradford. Shout out to John B. Shout out to Jeff R.D. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. We out. Appreciate y'all. Mellow this out for everybody. Salute to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank those who shared this content. Thank those who donate. Thank those who participated. Yeah. The grind for your mind, the solutions to everything.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in, yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you, Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I
Just want to give a quick shout out to those who donated, man, for all of this week. Shout out to you, Alex. Shout out to you, Jay Versick, Swayze, Jacob. Appreciate y'all, man. C. Burleson, appreciate you. Kevin Braggs, appreciate you. Sin City Cowboy, Bobby Belt, thank you. Fairweather, NYC, and Rodney Ellis, appreciate y'all. The Lunatic, thank everybody. Stelios 300, thank you. Truth Only, Jay Reese, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all been great sponsors for the show for this month and for especially for this week. Let's continue to grind and shine, Cowboy Nation. Let's go.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Jessica. Salute to all, and I mean just that, all of the people that's out here part of the special community. That's been our time. We really appreciate you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. We out.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. so far, so far. If a baby grain can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.